What is up, everybody? This is Chicago Sports Talk. Michael here today with another video. I am not dead. I am alive. I survived the hurricane. But let's get into the Chicago Bears and New York Giants injury report. So, I want to remind everybody before we head over to the injury report, I want to say hit the subscribe button and leave a like if you are new. So here's the injury report. Let's start off with the Giants. Both of their CBs are out. Wando Robinson, who they drafted, is also out. Tony's out. Leonard Williams is also out. So that Leonard Williams being out creates a huge advantage that the Bears have. So let's go over to the Bears. Matthew Adams is doubtful. Dan Kershaw, but not really too much of an important player, is also out. Ryan Griffin, doubtful. Jalen Johnson is also out of this game, which is they're going to have to. Kyler Gordon's going to have to step up because he's going to be the cornerback number one in this game. He's going to go up against Kenny Galladay, who shouldn't be too much of an issue because Kenny Galladay is just horrible, bro. You can even make a case Equilius St. Brown is doing better than Kenny Galladay, and that's something. Yeah, YCC Jalen Johnson is out, but I don't think that matters because you're going up against a team that doesn't have any receivers right now because Tony's out, Robinson's out. All you have is Galladay, Willie Seams, and some other dude. So Velus Jones Jr. is questionable, but he looks like he will make his full debut on Sunday against the Giants. Montgomery is out, and I'm going to talk about that. Losing Montgomery doesn't hurt much because you have Khalil Herbert, so we can afford to lose. Who is a rookie that we got from the 6th round, I believe. So I believe that losing Montgomery doesn't hurt that much because you have Khalil Herbert, but the backups after Khalil Herbert, that's the only question mark I have. Robert Quinn, questionable. I think he's going to play. Kyle Santos, I think he's going to play too. Roquan Smith, he's going to play. No question about this. So we got the injury reports over with. Kenny Galladay won't be the issue, but I know Richie James will be. I think he's your quarterback too, so I think he's going to go up against Kendall Vildor. I'm going to be very straight with you on Kendall Vildor. Kendall Vildor has been stepping it up, but I'm not gonna say that Kendall Vildor has been turning the corner around because I think Kendall Vildor should have been cut, but Kendall Vildor has improved the first 3 weeks. I think it's because they viewed him more as a slot corner, like that play where Eddie Jackson had an interception in the red zone. Do you want to know who tipped that ball into Eddie Jackson's hands? Kendall Vildor. So Kendall Vildor, I'm not gonna say Kendall Vildor has been improving, but it's going to be very interesting to see if he can repeat that. Jaguar man, please beat the Giants. We'll do everything we can, Jaguar man, but the thing is, you have to understand that the Bears offense is basically I think they're 31 ranked in passing, but they're number two with the run game. So I think the if you look at the Cowboys game, the Cowboys offense didn't do that much, and clearly all the Cowboys really had to do was play defense the entire game and pressure Daniel Jones, and Cooper Rush just had to game manage the game and win. So that's what they all have to do. That's all what the Cowboys had to do. So I think when it's all said and done, I think the Bears have to play defense and game manage the game. And I still want Justin Fields to throw the ball. And that starts with both Giants starting CBs are out of the game, allegedly, because I saw two of their CBs out of the game. So Justin Fields is gonna have to he's gonna have to not do dumb shit. He's gonna have to make sure that he doesn't make too much mistakes in the pocket. That means not holding on the ball for too long and not trying to make the big play and only take the check down if needed. Because that was his huge mistake on one interception, which was Justin Fields' fault because he overshot Cole Kmet. And the other play, he he thought it would go to Darnell Mooney, but I think he didn't have too much time, and he could have taken the check down to Cole Kmet, but he decided to go very deep to Darnell Mooney, which got picked off. So the two interceptions that Justin Fields needs to improve on as the year goes. So I think when it's all said and done, I think Velus Jones Jr. is going to have a decent game against the Giants because I think Lou Geesey is going to have plays set up for Velus Jones Jr. Because if you look at some of his tape from Tennessee, so if you will look at Velus Jones' tape from Tennessee, he is a glorified. He's kind of like Debo Samuel, in my opinion. And I know many people like John Jay and CG might disagree with me, but seeing the film with Velus Jones Jr. In his days in Tennessee, he kind of views me as a Debo Samuel, a one that can, you can throw a short pass to and he'll take it all the way to the house most likely. So Velus Jones Jr. is going to have a decent game if the Bears are going to win. So that means a lot of RPOs, a lot of bootleg, get Justin Fields into rhythm. You don't want Justin Fields to take the hard shots. You want to get him into rhythm with the easy passes. Like I'll give you an example. When was the last time? When was the last time you've seen the Bears do a slant pass? Almost never. So they're going to have Justin Fields do a lot of easy completions to make it so easy for him. Let me go look at the comments real quick. What's up, Raphael Georgie? This should be an interesting game. Hopefully, the G-Man come out on the top. It should be a close, interesting game, in my opinion. But yeah, our two games came down to the wire before the Cowboys game. We played behind with, but we all know how to game manage game winning drives. I would say the first two games, you guys came back against the Titans, and Daniel Jones almost cost them the game, but the defense came in clutch for the Giants and Saquon Barkley. I'm going to say this: the only player on the Giants offense currently that I want the Bears to really try to contain is Barkley, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. But if you go to the Panthers game, the the problem in that game that I can view is the offense couldn't deliver in the turnovers provided by the defense. So if you go look off the kickoff during the Panthers and Giants game, it was a fumble recovery and it was recovered by the Giants. What did that result in? 3 points. Next play, fumble again. What did that result in? 3 points. So the Giants in that game did not really look good on offense because uh, they didn't capitalize on the turnovers that were provided by the defense, and they didn't score until I think they didn't score until like the third quarter, I believe. Without, I expect Jordy Love to play outside and start Bradley next to McKinney. Whatever you guys got to do it because that secondary is kind of looking suspect right now. Because I'm not sure if I might have to go to the Titans game to look who had the most yards, but David Moore looked very good against the Giants, and um, oh yeah, that's his name. CeeDee Lamb looked pretty good against the Giants. Also, what's up, Austin the Sportsman? He says, I hope the Bears win, but I have the Giants because of their team. That's not really a good reason to pick the Giants. Like the if you're gonna pick the Giants, just you might as well say that the Bears offense doesn't look that good, but it's gonna come very close, Austin. But hey man, Austin, I'm gonna have to disagree with that take, but you could still say that the Giants are gonna win, but I don't think it's gonna be because of that reason. DJ has been targeting those two tight ends outside of Richie James, and uh, I might have to look film on your tight end because you guys got rid of Evan Ingram, who was on the Jacksonville Jaguars. You guys didn't re-sign Kyle Rudolph, who was also on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I might have to watch film on that. Giants are what's up, Taj? Giants are like a second half team as of right now, and thanks for bringing that up, Taj. The Bears in the second half haven't allowed a touchdown currently. They haven't allowed a touchdown in the second half. So I don't know. It's probably just a second half adjustments, but I think the only key here for the defense, really for the Bears, is pressuring Jones to the point where he gets uncomfortable in the pocket. Uncomfortable in the pocket. If you get him uncomfortable, he's most likely going to turn the ball over. And I know people are going to say you're going to have to make Daniel Jones fumble the ball. I don't know if he's improved on it still, but the key thing for the Bears is to get the pass rush to make Daniel Jones uncomfortable. And it's not like the Giants have any not have any good receiver talent. So if you look at the Giants receiving core right now, and that's without Sterling Shepard, Tony, and Wendell Robinson, they're gonna have to. It's not like Galladay is awful. He's just proving that he's not worth the money. He was targeted 3 times during the Cowboys game, and he dropped 3 passes for 0 yards. After Kenny Galladay had an interview of saying that he should be playing, well, guess what? Whenever Daniel Jones throws on the ball, he drops it. And I don't know who slipped. I don't know who slipped on the last interception. Like I watched that interception on Daniel Jones when he threw an interception the final drive of the game. One of his wide receivers slipped. I don't know who it was, but some wide receiver slipped and I got picked off. But no one on the Bears is on CD's level. True, true, but I'm just going by the numbers that the Giants were giving off to CD Lamb. That I was going off by the numbers that they allowed. So what you're saying is true, YTC, that no one on the Bears is on a CD level, but I was just going by the numbers that the Giants gave up. So another thing that the Giants gave up, YTC, and I'm glad I'm bringing this up. The Bears are going to have to run the ball. So Tony Pollins and Zeke had a field day on the Giants defense. So the Bears are going to have to run the ball down the throat. And that is with and people and that's it's not going to be difficult with Montgomery out because Khalil Herbert, I want to say this, when we drafted him in the 6th round, I said he was a wasted pick because we had Monty, we had Damian Williams, we also had Tariq Cohen, which we didn't know too much about. So I just said he was a wasted pick. But Khalil Herbert, after Tariq Cohen was on the pup list, when Monty went down for like the 4 games after he got hurt against the Lions, Khalil Herbert balled out and he proved me wrong. And he's showing why him and Monty could be a top 10 running back core. And do you want to know what Khalil Herbert and Montgomery remind me of? It reminds me of Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen, because you always had Jordan Howard being the 1-2 punch guy, and you have the Tariq Cohen being the receiving running back. So that kind of reminds me of that running back core a little bit. So that's just my opinion. You can disagree with me, but I'm just viewing the Khalil Herbert and Montgomery is to the Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen days, where in 2017, when Trubisky had his rookie year, all the Bears were doing was running the ball. So that kind of reminds me why I think the Bears are going to win more games. And it's not going to be because of their receiving core, because Mooney's not looking more like a number 1 wide receiver. And the only spark on the Bears receiving core is Equanimeous St. Brown. And I hope I'm saying it right. And Velus Jones Jr. is going to make his debut on Sunday. And I think Lil Geesey is going to have a plan dialed up for Velus Jones Jr. And I'm going to be saying this. Don't be surprised if they do a lot of RPO pass plays to Velus Jones Jr. on Sunday. To be fair, we don't know what Velus Jones Jr. is going to be. He could have the type of rookie year that Deebo Samuel have, or he can have a bad one. As of right now, he is unproven, and the Giants don't have film. No one has film. Not just the Giants. NFL teams don't have film on this guy. So he is the greatest mystery of the Bears offense. So Slayton's going to be featured more. I think when it comes to Darius Slayton, then I wouldn't be surprised if we see Darius Slayton play against the Bears. But I'm going to say this. Darius Slayton hasn't gotten enough play time lately. And that's mostly because the Giants were planning on to trade him or cut him, but they decided to keep him on the roster to increase his trade value. So I think we will see Slayton, but don't expect Taj and YCC. Do not expect him to have a good game against the Bears just because he has not. I don't know if he played during the preseason or he has played at all. I might have to go check, but I don't think he's going to be a huge factor. as at the point, Slayton's better than Galladay because he has chemistry with DJ and Kenny, even though he drops. That is true. Slayton's better than Galladay, but that's not saying much. Equilius St. Brown is better than Galladay right now. And that's just not an opinion. It's a fact. We can criticize Darnell Mooney about his question marks being a number one wide receiver, but he's far better than Galladay right now. Because whenever like Mooney, I have to say this, Mooney needs to work on his consistent catches. He's been dropping crucial. I think he's been dropping or he hasn't gotten open, and that's going to be a huge question mark on his resume to be the number one wide receiver for the Bears. And man, I miss Howard too. I was one of the few people that were pissed off that when the Bears traded him to the Eagles, but it worked out good for us in the end because Montgomery kind of reminds me of that. Bears will win 6 games. I have to disagree with you, Austin, but I'm not going to say that the Bears are going to make the playoffs. I don't think the Bears are going to win 6 games. They're going to win 8 games. It's because it's going to be like Austin. If you look at the Bears' schedule now, after this game, we got the Vikings, and you might say we might lose this one, but we got the Commies. We got the Patriots, who lost their starting quarterback, Mac Jones. Week 8, Tua. We got the Dolphins. I don't think they're going to play Tua. It depends how Tua is out. So looking at the simple way, sorry, I just got a text from someone. And I just got a notification that Mac Jones will be out for any fantasy owners who have Mac Jones on their team. They're going to have to pick up a quarterback. Giants clearly are a run first team. YTC, I don't know if you're going to disagree with me on this. I think the Bears and the Giants are kind of similar. They both have question marks on the quarterback. They have question marks. They don't have really good wide receiver talent. All they are is a run first team, and their defense is kind of similar, but the middle of the line for the Bears is questionable, and pass rush for the Bears is okay, but the secondary is okay, is a lot better than it was previous times. So, CEO Fields is trash. CEO. You know, you could say Fields is trash, but you guys have bigger things to worry about over in Baltimore. Because if you guys don't pay Lamar, he's going to go to another franchise, and you guys are going to look stupid. Giants don't have a problem with moving the ball; they just have the problem with in the red zone. And you're not the only team that's having issues with going in the red zone. That's the Denver Broncos problem, and they have a quarterback, Russell Wilson, who is a Hall of Famer in my eyes. So and the thing with Seal saying Justin Fields is trash, if he's trash, then Wilson's trash because Wilson is struggling very badly. The only reason why he won those 2 games, he barely beat the Texans, and he he won ugly against the 49ers. So if you're gonna say that Fields is trash, then you might as well say Wilson is trash. And to be honest, I don't think you're the only team that has that issue. The Broncos have that issue as well. And I want to say another point that people are giving up on Justin Fields. I want to give let's go back. Let's take a stroll back to last Sunday's Sunday night's football game against the Broncos were playing against the 49ers. So it's fair to say that Russell Wilson and that offense have been struggling. So if the Broncos management goes up to Russell Wilson and be like, "Hey man, we're gonna bench you," and Russell Wilson be like, "Are you kidding me? We're 2-1. We're 3 games in the season, and you're thinking about benching me." Because I believe if Russell Wilson is struggling, and it's not like the Bears have more talent than the Broncos have. The Broncos have good receivers in my opinion, but Russell Wilson is struggling, and that's because he's learning the playbook. So if you're gonna call Justin Fields trash, you might as well call Russell Wilson trash because at least you could say that Justin Fields doesn't have talent. But Russell Wilson with a receiving core that and he's struggling, that's saying something. But Neo is going to have through some growing pains. Thomas did his first year, so this game might be his bounce back. You never know. Hey, man, I don't know Evan Neal. He's probably going up against Travis Gibson, most likely. Yeah. He's gonna most likely go up against Travis Gibson. So that's kind of a decent matchup. But I'm not gonna call Evan Neal a bust yet because Evan Neal is a rookie. He's supposed to have growing pains like that. And the Cowboys, he didn't look that too good, in my opinion. But I think as the year goes on, Evan Neal's going to have some growing pains, but he's going to improve. Yes, Niners all damn day. The Bears are playing the Giants this week. And here you go again with Tyler Huntley being better than Justin Fields, CEO. You want to no, CEO. So let me ask you a question, CEO. And if you better come in my channel, you better have the facts. So let me ask you this question: if you switch Tyler Huntley and Justin Fields, do you think Tyler Huntley would make the Bears better? I don't think so. I know he's throwing, but I'm like, if you're gonna come in here and say that shit, at least have a punchline. Giants need to win this because the next 2 games are going to be hard. The Ravens and the Packers are going to be hell. You might have a slight shot at the Packers, but that depends who's playing that. You might have a shot. Because I think the Packers look raw. They're not better than they were last year. And that Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the second half, they couldn't even muster up a touchdown. And that's another thing. Aaron Rodgers is still learning to play with these wide receivers. Same with Brady was missing 3 of his starting wide receivers. Lamar Jackson winning MVP. He's number 1 in the race right now. Him and Josh Allen. I think whoever wins against the Bills and the Ravens this upcoming Sunday is going to determine who is going to be number 1 in the MVP race. Everyone's saying hell. So I'll leave the door open up to questions. I see we have 8 people watching this. Please leave. Please hit that like button. I'm surprised TOP didn't show up. because you were here, YTC, but I did see Austin the Sportsman appear. I thought you and him were going to argue, but I'm still watching, just not commenting. Yeah, you go do that, Austin. I know me. It's kind of funny. The first time I met Austin, he said we were going to lose to the Niners. And the thing, I thought Austin was just going to be one of those guys that unsubscribed to my channel and be like, hey, man, if you don't like it, in my opinion, just unsubscribe. He called me Adam Rank Jr. But I'm happy we won, though. A win is a win, you know. Doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't matter how it's done. As long as you win in the end, it doesn't matter. And I think YTC agreed with me about the whole Russell Wilson. Yeah, YTC. He called me Adam Rank Jr. the first week of the season when I was going after Niners fans. Do you want to know who I'm also surprised who didn't show up? Don Burr, my biggest fanboy. He's my biggest fanboy. Don Bird is the biggest fanboy of this channel. Let that sink in. He's the biggest fanboy of this channel. Not Bears fans. He is the number one fan of the Chicago Sports Talk, Michael. He is the number one fan of the Chicago Sports Talk. Yeah, Don Bird could be annoying, but it's hilariously when you call him out as both. Like, here's the thing with Don Bird. He could say a lot of dumb shit on Kofi stream, and Kofi won't like time him out for it. But if you're gonna come in my channel, Don Bird, know what you're talking about, know your facts, and know your shit. Because if Don Bird came in here and said sweeping, we're gonna clap back. Don Bird is annoying. He maybe he is to you, but I view him more as comedy relief. He is my number one fanboy. And the reason why I don't block Don Bird is because it's going to hurt his feelings. Why would I block my number one fan, Don Turd? And I know he's watching this and he's going to make a comment right after, because he's been making comments on my live streams. He's not been appearing, but he's been in my comment section saying that, oh, you guys are going to lose to the Giants and you guys are going to get swept by us, Detroit versus everybody. Hey, man, that's the reason I don't block Don Bird. I time him out, because he's my son. I have to teach him a lesson and put his ass in timeout like a father does to his own son. I have to sit his ass down sometimes. I got to teach him a lesson sometimes, because he's my son. I don't want to kick out my son because that will hurt his feelings because he's my number one fan. Yeah, wrong. Nah, you're Nick, right? He was annoying to us first, but we are all allies with Don Bird. Hey, man, if Rumble wants to stream that game that no one gives a shit about, and he wants to go on that bet with Don Bird, if Don Bird's team sweeps my team, I get banned off of Rumble. But I don't know if that's according to what 49ers Ultimate Report is saying. So Don Bird knows better. He should never talk to his father like that. But his punishment is we got to put him in his place. What's up, Sam Bell, the Tennessee Whiskey Man? What's good, Sam Bell? I'm messing with you, bro. So, anyways, I think, yeah, I killed a lot of time with my day-to-day. So, as of right now, I'm feeling very confident into this game. And my score prediction has not changed at all. The Bears win this game 17-13. Even if you don't believe in the Bears, even if you don't think the Bears are going to win in Austin, and many Bears fans, I want you to still go in your closet, get a Bears jersey and represent your team because that's all I'm asking you to do. You can say that the Bears are going to win 5, 4, 3 games, but at the end of the day, you still go in that closet, you get the Bears jersey, and you rep the team hard. Bear down for life. Bear down for life. Also, make sure you bear down that like button. Yeah, shout out to Corey Davis for giving me the idea of saying bear down that like button. Bruh, the Lions, the Lions aren't sweeping the Bears. Hey, tell that to Don Burr, and he's gonna assume that you're a Bears fan. Hey, man. Hey, my apologies, Cartman, if he said anything. He's my son, and he was hit a lot in the head as a kid, so he's gonna have to. He a little bit delusional, but he wasn't. He was knocked in the head too many times as a kid. Yeah, bear down for live, Austin the sportsman. We've been going for a good. No, he's not my son, but I just run with it. But he is my son. If I kick him out of the channel, it's gonna hurt his feelings. He's the number one fan. I guarantee you, merchandise, if I did a merchandise, he would be the first person to buy a shirt and wear it every day. He'll come, he'll talk in our room and be like, "Hey, Michael, Chicago Sports Talk. Here's the shirt. I got you. Detroit versus everybody." If I ever do get a merch, I guarantee you he's gonna buy a shirt that says Detroit worse than everybody. Hey Don Bruce, since that bet is still going on, you're gonna have to call in on the Rumble show. You're gonna have to make a Zoom account, and you're gonna have to wear that shirt I've been wanting to, a shirt that says Detroit worse than everybody, and I'll make it for you, bro. If my team sweeps your team, you go on Rumble's phone call and you wear that shirt proudly, boy. You wear that shirt proudly, Don Bird. You wear that Detroit worse than everybody. Your team ain't shit. You haven't been relevant since 1991. Do you guys know Detroit is currently number one in the longest playoff drought of anybody? Austin Sparks, man, but I have to disagree on the split because I think Detroit is just what Detroit always is. They have a better team, but they don't win a lot of games in the end. But that's just my opinion. No worries, my other son feels the same way as Don Burr. Yeah, sometimes when someone gets out of line, and why does you better hope Undisputed doesn't see the stream because I pulled up this comment because I know the live chat doesn't appear once I hit the M broadcast, but now he's gonna see that. He's gonna see that shit, bro. Double doink sucks, man. Yeah, I was kind of pissed off. That was the year I thought we were going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, the defense was good. The offense was looking average, but the special teams was lame at the end. The game's not tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to stream. I'm not going to stream a lot of games this year, but I will do the post game stream. But that's a guarantee. Imagine being a Lions fan. I'd rather watch freshest paint wall dry than watch a Lions game. I mean, who would want to watch a Lions game? The only people that would ever watch a Lions game is the opposing team if they're playing them. But all hells are gonna break loose in Illinois. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. Bear down the like button, subscribe to the channel. As always, thanks for watching. Bear down.